Previously on Deep Dive, we traced Ram's journey beyond Lanka through the silences of Hanuman, the restless shadow of Lakshman, and the unspoken burdens of Sita. We saw how victory is never the end, that memory itself can be a chain, and how even the most devoted witness, like Hanuman, carry the weight of what cannot be undone. In the Jain retellings, the crowns and conquest dissolve, leaving only questions. What binds us after the war is won? Is it love, duty, or the echo of our own name? And now, the story returns to Ayodhya. The city glitters like a crown of fireflies. Lamps flickering on rooftops, conches sounding, garlands weighing down every doorway. Ram, Sita, Lakshman, heroes are home at last. The people sing. The air trembles with joy. But today, we step into the silence beneath this celebration, where Ayodhya itself becomes a battlefield, not of weapons, but of hearts. Ayodhya's heroes are home at last. Its people are singing and rejoicing. The air is filled with joy. But beneath that golden surface, something restless stirs. Behind every cheer, there is a whisper. Behind every lamp, a shadow. For if Lanka was the battlefield of weapons, Ayodhya will become the battlefield of hearts. Here, dharma itself will be tested, not against demons of flesh and bone, but against suspicion, memory, and the unbearable weight of human judgment. After Hanuman's long, unblinking witness comes the king's final act. Hanuman saw it, the crown placed, the war won, the palace echoing with absence, and then he saw Ram walking away. Not in triumph, but in the slow, deliberate steps of a man already shedding his own story. After the war, after the crown, and after the empty palace halls, Ram walks away. He gives up the title, power, and legacy and takes on the robes of a monk. He becomes a monk. Now, Jain monks teach that what binds us is not the act itself, but the memory of the act. Ram gave up Ayodhya. He let go of Sita, but he still held on to the echo, to the applause, to the story of himself. In Jain tradition, it identity entrapment, the inability to walk away from the self you have been applauded for. Even saints, the Jains remind us, can be prisoners of their own legend. This is where another layer of the Ramayan emerges, not from palace courts or poets' quills, but from the hidden archives of wandering monks. Far off from Ayodhya, in the high wind-carved caves of Karnataka, Digambar monks preserved a Ramayan that the world never read, one that doesn't celebrate Ram's power but lingers on his hesitation. Here Ram weeps, not because of his loss but because he glimpses the illusion, and still chooses to stay within it. They say these tales were never inked because truth dissolves when pinned down. From these quiet caves, the story drifts into another valley, one darker. Shambhaka's fate mirrors Ram's. Both men caught not by their own truth, but by the stories told about them. Both misread, and both bound by perception more than by the act. And so Ram sits. He fasts and fails, but freedom never arrives, because even detachment, when done for recognition, is a trap. And Ram, the Maryada Purushottam, walks the same path. Almost free, almost ready, and almost divine, but still not whole. We praise him for righteousness. But what happens when dharma demands violence? Perhaps some chains are made of gold and others are made of memory. Modern psychology calls it the prison of the pedestal, the state where the world refuses to let its heroes vanish, forcing them to live as symbols instead of beings. Now take a moment and think. Ram gave up everything, and still the world chanted his name. Would you rather be remembered or be free? Jain monks whispered that perhaps Ram's next birth was not a punishment, but the price he chose to pay so that his story could live on.